Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. My name is Gareth James for mttpokerschool.com, and in today's video what I'm going to go through is a quick discussion on why I think that poker is definitely not dead. So what I've done here is filter for some hands. I was actually just going through my biggest pots of 2020 and I was looking through these hands and I thought, wow, these are massive pots. And what's happening is a lot of our opponents are playing really poorly. So yeah, sometimes I get messages like, oh, poker's too tough, like it's getting tougher, it's dead, like there's no money left in online poker. And I'm just thinking, guys, it's definitely not true. I'm going to show you some examples. Let's go into it. So here we have pocket sixes then in the big blind. We see a limp and a raise and a call. Really nice hand just to call, see if we can hit a set. The original limper actually folds for the extra two bigs, which is pretty interesting in itself. So we flop bottom set, we check, then we face this overbet and a call. So I'm thinking at this point, okay, well, our hand's pretty strong. We could be up against a set of 10, set of 9s, or 7-8. I think it's unlikely to be up against a set from the original Razor. But yeah, the small blind could have a set and could have 7-8 as well, I guess. So we don't have a lock on this hand for sure. So I'm not sure that we want to raise. I mean, we could definitely get value from draws. We get value from overpairs, from top pair, whatever. Maybe something like pair plus draw as well, like 9-7, 10-8, something like that. So yeah, I think raising could be an option. But generally, when the C bet size is like this big, when it's an overbet, we just generally want to continue through calling. Turn's a pretty great card, and we see this massive overbet again. I'm not sure why you'd leave yourself 7 big blinds back, but okay. And then this guy calls. I'm thinking, okay, well, if we're beat, we're beat. But, we've got a pretty strong hand, never going to fold, just going to pile it in. And we actually get it in 3 ways, so surely we're beat, right? We're probably up against a set and a straight. No, we're up against top pair, top kicker, and the flush draw and a gut shot, so combo draw. So yeah, I mean, I think both players have massively overplayed their hands, and we are loving it. Next one, then we open up ace-6 suited. We get flatted in 3 different spots. Flop comes king, queen, 3. Decide to c-bet. I mean, yeah, debatable. I think we maybe could just start with a check. We're definitely going to be able to get in lots of chips against the big blind, who's going to have the most flush draws here. The 2 players who are in position on us probably not going to have too many flush draws. I mean, there's king x of diamonds, like king jack, king 10. But we can see the ace of diamonds and the queen of diamonds, so there's no like ace x of diamonds or queen jack, queen 10, stuff like that. So it could be like jack 10 of diamonds, I guess, but there's only a few combos there. So really we're just trying to target the big blind. We actually get called by both players. Turn the nut flush. I decide to continue betting. We get called again. So on the river, I'm just thinking, okay, well, I guess somebody's got the king x of diamonds. I think, it's impossible now to have like jack x of diamonds because queen jack's out, queen 10, ace jack is out. So I guess king jack of diamonds is in there, and I guess like it depends like how wide they're going to be calling pre, like maybe king 9 and jack 9. That's a bit of a push. So I just think, okay, we're kind of really targeting like king jack. I go this sizing again. You could debate this till the cows come home if you want. We face a raise. I'm thinking, wow, okay, so we've got the nuts. So I guess I'm going to jam it in here, but I'm not expecting to ever get called. I don't think if you don't have the nuts on this river, you can really raise and then call a 3-bet jam. But, I'm going to jam, and maybe occasionally he calls with the king x of diamonds. But, yeah, this time he had jack 4 of diamonds. So, yeah, not a call pre. And definitely don't want to be calling it once I 3-bet the river. But yeah, we just win a huge pot once again. Okay, this time we got queens then. So you raise, a call, another call, and another call. And we're going to go for the squeeze. Pretty big squeeze here. We get called in 2 spots. Flop, I mean, pretty well. Go for the bet. Again, could check, but c-bet seems okay. And we face this big raise. Again, like, I'm not sure about the sizing. I think if he had pocket 8s, I feel like surely he just goes for the call, but maybe we see some raising with a set of 8s, maybe set of 3s as well. So you might look at this and think, okay, we just called him, right? It's just set over set in this spot. I just call just in case he ever has like jack 10 with a backdoor flush draw and decides to spew it off. And so we call, and he's got the mighty. Oh, Queen three of clubs. So let's just rewind this hand. So he calls the open and then calls the squeeze. And this is what I mean, guys. Poker's definitely not dead. It should definitely not be in there. I've heard it described as like outside construction. I mean, this is definitely outside construction. You should not be flatting a raise with Queen 3 suited, and then certainly not calling the squeeze with that hand. Okay, pocket fives, we limp behind. So limp from under the gun, we limp, and then we see a big raise. Getting a pretty good price to set mine here. And we go multi-way. So we flop top set, face a bet, and just decide to call. And then turn a boat, which is amazing. And we just face a jam. So I'm thinking, wow, okay. I mean, very, very unlikely he ever has quads. Twos doesn't raise to 7x in this spot. So we have the nuts, and we're super excited. I mean, there's a small chance that the player still left to act could have quads, I guess. But yeah, we're not going to be worrying too much about that. You know, it's whole monsters under the bed. You know, once you've got a strong hand, you're going to be going with it. So yeah, we call. And he has, ace queen off. And so yeah, we scoop a massive pot. So yeah, I mean, a lot of these hands, guys, we're winning a huge pot because we flopped really, really well. But you know, we have to like rely on someone putting lots of chips in, right? And that's what they're doing. They're putting lots of chips in with second best hands, and sometimes hands that really shouldn't be putting lots of chips in. Next one then, this guy just decides to jam 102 big blinds. Now, the big blind is short here, 3.3 big blinds. Maybe this was a bounty tournament, so you can kind of maybe understand it a little bit. But what an absolute gift when you wake up with aces. And yeah, we scoop a 241 big blind pot. This guy decided to jam it in with 8-3 off, trying to chase that bounty. And yeah, bounty tournaments, brilliant. Like, what an invention. But I think a lot of players are going to be over adjusting and trying to win those bounties and launching it in with 8-3 off. So yeah, watch out for that, guys, because you can scoop a really, really nice pot. Queens again then, see a pot size raise, which I think is way too big. We might see like a 3x at 100 big blinds, but yeah, normally I think 2.5 is going to be more than enough. I see a call, so we go for a squeeze, and we see a flat. And then the flop is jack 6-3. We're thinking, brilliant. You know, we've got the overpair. And we face a donk bet. Wow. Donk for, like, not just any old donk bet, but a donk bet for pot. Now, again, I talked about earlier on about big bets and how generally we'd want to continue just by calling here. The bigger the bet, the more you call rather than raise. Where if he, like, maybe he raises, like, he just decides to donk for, like, 8 bigs or something, we'd be more inclined to raise to try and get more money into the pot. So generally just go for the call, but it's such a weird line. He's 3.5x flip pre, and now he's decided to pot it on the flop. I think he's probably got a hand that he's never going to fold, so that's why I decided to rip it in. And yeah, he has the mighty jack 10. So yeah, it wouldn't be opening to 3.5x pre, and calling the squeeze is, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're opening to 3.5x pre, you're not really thinking that my squeeze range is going to be more value heavy, and therefore jack 10 is not going to be in great shape. So yeah, maybe we're just giving him too much credit for actually thinking about this one. All right, and then finally, this is the last hand, and we see a raise from an 8 big blind stack. And I think that this might have been a bounty tournament as well, because I just decided to flat to basically induce action for people chasing the bounty. And yeah, I mean, it's starting to look like everyone's just going to flat, and we're going to play a 5-way pot with aces, which is generally not what we want to do. But then we do see the squeeze, which is fantastic. Oh, and then we see a jam. So yeah, we're in dreamland here, and we get it in against pocket kings, which is, you know, fair enough. Like, I like his play, obviously, but king queen off, that just seems like you probably don't want to be doing that. So yeah, I think we see this squeeze, and then the big blind just gets a little bit excited, and he's like, I'm going to chase this bounty, I'm going to go for it, and he massively over adjusts. And yeah, I don't think it's very good at all. You know, let me know your thoughts in the comments on that, guys. Maybe I'm approaching peak areas wrong, but I think this is just a little bit too much. It's like he's sort of looked at the small blind squeeze and thought, no, you're not having it, I'm going to jam here, and just decides to go for it. So yeah, scoop a really, really big pot. So yeah, guys, poker's definitely not dead. Lots of money still to be made. Obviously, these were extreme examples, but this does happen every single session that I play. And I think, you know, if I imagine it's probably happening for you guys as well. So yeah, I think that there's, as I said, lots of money to be made, and I wish you every success when you're out there battling with players who are going to put lots of money in with bad hands. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think the games are like currently. Do you think that poker's dead? Do you think that poker is not dead? Give me your thoughts down below, and I'll be back soon with a brand new video. But until then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.